And the Spurs start out with the ball. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Favors in at the 5 down low. Now here is Aldridge. Lyles, and the dunk by Lyles.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
And New Orleans, not the largest market, but a lot to like about living in the Big Easy.
Well, you just said Big Easy in New Orleans, and I saw Kevin Harlan's head whip over here because I know what he's thinking about. Food, baby.
That's right.
Food. But whether it's music, art, architecture, New Orleans has a tremendous culture.
And it's sent back by Aldridge. And he comes up with the deuce. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. Pass to Lyles. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Fades and shoots. DeRozan's shot is off. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, here's what the Pelicans head coach had to say when we spoke earlier. We discussed the challenge of defending a slasher like DeMar DeRozan. Staying in front and denying penetration are critical, of course, but his athleticism and ball handling make that easier said than done. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Here's Murray. Derek Favors making his last shot. There's the pass to Forbes. The Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Aldridge. Over Favors. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one, Kevin. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Pelicans shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. And that one falls for Favors. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is also considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
Outside DeRozan, and the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Murray kicks to Lyles, passes it to Forbes. Clock at 6. Murray against Ball.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
And finished off by Williamson.
Already such a well-coordinated athlete for his size and age. Williamson bringing down the house.
Here's Murray. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
That's what you want to work for, a high percentage look from deep.
Pass to Favors. Pass to Holiday. Shot from free throw range, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Murray with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Here's DeRozan, and finished off by DeRozan.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's Ball. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Ingram, and it's sent back by Aldridge.
A good jumper with long arms, and it's that size that LaMarcus knows all that well. Doesn't want to give up any easy baskets.
Holiday against Murray. Knocked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. What a stretch it's been for these players. They're the NBA's leading scorers over the last 10 games. These are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Fifth best, Zion Williamson.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
That shot off. Great D that time from Favors.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
And a fast break now for the Spurs. Forbes the pass to Murray. Now Aldridge. He's covered by Ball. Holiday against DeRozan. Inside. Wiles kicks to DeRozan from deep. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Holiday gets the bucket.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's DeRozan. Great D that time from Favors.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Ball with the bucket.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy.
For Drew Holiday. Since the All-Star break, he's been unstoppable, averaging 21 points per game, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Now, here's DeRozan. He had 13 points in the win against Dallas.
That's his second personal foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
DeRozan. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. J.J. Redick's checked in for New Orleans. And the second free throw, good. Here's Holiday. He's coming off a 37-point game against Sacramento.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
And there's Favors putting it right back in.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
Now the pass to Forbes. Spurs working the ball around now. Aldridge double-teamed. Here's Wiles, and the rejection by Favors. And the dunk by Williamson.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Now here's Murray. Here is Forbes. Passes it to DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. Some solid defense from Ingram.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
And here is Murray after J.J. Redick hitting the three. Murray against Holiday. Outside DeRozan. Shot to stop the run. Pelicans with the rebound. Favors has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
Now here's Murray. Kicks it to Forbes. Here's Wiles, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
You know, maybe save that fadeaway move for when he really needs it.
And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
For New Orleans, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. And he knocks down the first one. Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
Well, so many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wronged? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Last outing for the Pelicans, it was a loss to the Kings. And Redick kicks to Ingram. Back to Redick. From outside the arc, and he's good on the 3-ball. Redick's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Pelicans.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Pass to Bellinelli. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Italian Marco Bellinelli, one of the league's best sharpshooters, and Greg very comfortable shooting on the move.
He always seems to be floating one way or the other on his shot. It wouldn't work for most shooters, but he uses it to evade the D.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Bellinelli. Hard, he's checked in for Ingram. Both free throws good from Bellinelli. Pelicans leading by 19 points. Here's Hart. Really had troubles in the loss to Sacramento. That shot off. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
Well, the great thing about watching that game was that we saw it through their offense, and they showed a few different looks that they settled into and played well.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
And Redick, here we go. Gay with the block.
Using his length well on defense. Rudy Gay working hard, swats that one away.
Jackson against White. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Here's Pirtle. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. While we have the chance, we like to reveal the list of the past month's best fast break teams in the NBA. In third, the Pelicans.
They've been playing an exciting brand of basketball during that time. I mean, taking every chance to get out in the open floor.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one.
And Pirtle is a massive guy, someone that uses his height exceptionally well to get high-quality looks at the bucket.
And he's good on the second. Pelicans leading by 19 points. Jackson passes to Redick. New Orleans moving the ball around. Hayes dishes to Redick. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3. And Pirtle pulls it down. And it's Mills with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Outside, Bellinelli. It's rebounded by Hayes. New Orleans gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Pelicans shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays, hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
Shots good by Mills. 59 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Hart. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Outside, Redick. Back to Hart. Fires the 3. No good on that one. And the Spurs going the other way now. And Mills kicks to Bellinelli. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Hayes. New Orleans leading by 20. Here's Hart. Pass to Redick. On the wing, Jackson puts up a 3. Good on the three-point shot. Jackson's got 6.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. The Pelicans on top, running away with this one. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports.
There.
And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for San Antonio, they've got Pirtle. Bellinelli is out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's White, and it's Walker in at the 2. Got a piece of it, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker.
Pelicans ball.
Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Aldridge.
We're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Redick passes to Melli. An easy 2 points on the layup.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
The pass to Bellinelli. Back to Pirtle, to the middle. The shot that time, not on target. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento. Pass to Hart. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound in this one. And that one's good by Gay.
The balance that Rudy Gay has, outstanding job at staying in control, even when getting hit.
Jackson down low. White covering. We talk so much about the stars in this league, Brent. Name some role players who, when they do get hot, they can be terrific.
Well, there's nobody better, and I think he's ripped out a page from Seattle's own Jamal Crawford.
I know
there's been nobody better in the last couple of years than what Lou Williams has represented for the Clippers. He's had scoring performances, Kevin, and you've been witness to them courtside, where it's just astounding that he can go and get where he wants to go and make the types of shots that he's been able to do. And this is a revelation because this is 7, 8, 9 years that he's been in the league, and he's doing this with such great impact and, thankfully, rightfully, been rewarded for it.
Lonzo Ball is checked in for New Orleans. Both free throws good from Jackson. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Gay. Pirtle trying to get open. They grab their own miss. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And Pirtle has a stick-with-it mentality on the offensive glass, just throwing himself against the boards.
Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Ball against White. He kicks it to Gay. And here's Walker outside. Rebounded by Hart. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. 14 feet away. Again, the Pelicans score.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Pass to Gay. To the left wing. Walker with a clean look. Knocks down the 3 ball. Walker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. New Orleans has gone to 3-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. Pass the ball. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Okafor kicks to Hart. Here's the floater. Back to Okafor. The pass to Ball. Shot clock at 6. The second chance effort and the layup by Jackson. Jackson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
Here's White, and Okafor with the block, and he gets it back. Yes, that goes in.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Jackson, good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
And White kicks to Bellinelli. From deep, Walker. That shot, no good. And New Orleans will go the other way with it.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
White against Ball. Kicks it out to Gay. Over to the left wing. And here's Walker outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Walker's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for San Antonio. Here's Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. There are many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there? That
I don't want to get into the specifics.
Okay,
of it.
I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play, and more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, for potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
Passes it to Walker. Launches a three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move. And Aldridge, the basket on the assist by Murray.
Such a threat to score from mid-range, but on the inside can do some damage as well.
And here is Ball. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento. Down low. And Okafor slams it in.
And Ball just threads the needle extremely well. Fits it through tight spaces with force. I just love his ability to facilitate.
Murray dishes to Aldridge. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Walker. 6 points for him. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Walker the pass to Aldridge. Walker, bounce pass. Pass to Wiles, out left to the wing. Wide open look here for Murray. Drains the three-pointer. Murray's got 5 now.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Ball, the pass to Jackson. Jackson is doubled. Ball with a wide open look. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Stolen by Jackson. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Jackson's got the ball. Here's Williamson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, if there was ever a no-doubt number 1 pick, it is Zion Williamson. Brent New Orleans jumps at the chance to draft him.
Yeah, hard to think of a transition where you have a transcendental star in Anthony Davis in the 7 seasons he gave to the Pelicans, that Zion Williamson would come in and almost make you, and I don't mean this in a bad way, Kevin, but forget about AD. There's that much excitement and enthusiasm around what the talent set is and the skill set of this young star player could be.
That free throw good from Williamson.
And the expectations for Williamson are sky high. A superb athlete whose skill set and drive to be great is off the charts.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Bryn Forbes comes in for Walker. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. And then for New Orleans, Hayes comes in for Okafor. And it's Holiday in for Frank Jackson. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Mills with it. Now defended by Williamson. Outside Aldridge. Double team on Aldridge. The shot, no good. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. That's good from Williamson on the assist by Hayes. And that's 12 points for Zion Williamson. And it's Mills with the ball for San Antonio. Dishes to DeRozan. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Lonzo Ball picks one up. The Spurs shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
A free throw drop for DeRozan. New Orleans making a switch here. Redick is checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. And here are the Pelicans. They're on a 17-7 run. Now the feed to Hayes. Tries again, and the layup is up and in. Hayes has got his first bucket of the night.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Yeah, that pops your confident balloon out there, just completely deflating when plays like that happen.
Holiday gets the bucket.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Now Mills. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Dallas. Got a piece of it.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allowing him to collect a good number of block shots.
Count that one.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now here's Mills. He's tightly guarded. Lets it go from 11. Jump shot is good that time.
Well, he lacks some size and some strength, but Mills creative in the inside to finish that one.
On the wing, Holiday. He's got 9. Ingram. Nice D from Aldridge. San Antonio's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Here's Forbes. No good that time. Some solid defense from Ingram. It's Redick on the wing, covered by Mills. And the dunk by Williamson.
And this is what we came to see, right? Go ahead, Zion. Do your thing on the alley-oop.
And Mills kicks to Lyles to the inside. Here's Aldridge. Nifty move. It's tipped.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
DeRozan against Ingram. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Williamson. No good on the triple. The Spurs shooting at just about an even 40% from the field for the second quarter. The shot's good from Forbes.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now here is Holiday. D right on him. Lays it up and banks it in. Holiday's got 11 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
DeRozan against Ingram. Shoots it up. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got his 5th rebound in this one. It's stolen by Wiles. Mills looking it over. 27 seconds left to play here in the half. He gets it in there. He's got 6.
Well, there's a couple things that Patty is working on to be a better player in this league, and finding the open man is one of them.
Holiday with it. He's got 11. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. New Orleans on top, delivering the blowout. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball. And then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's New Orleans in control. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what do you think?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game, man. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they could forget about a comeback.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the point guard.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Pass to Williamson. Now Ingram. It's stolen by Wiles. In transition, here come the Spurs. DeRozan, that's good. DeRozan's got 7 points in the game.
And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
Outside Holiday. Clock at 6. Wiles against Ingram. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
90 seconds now into the second half. Murray, the pass to DeRozan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good. DeRozan's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Holiday looking over the floor. Again, New Orleans turns it over. They're scoreless since the first half. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. The pass to Aldridge. Basket counts. Aldridge has got his second bucket tonight.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, LaMarcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
Rudy Gay's checked in for Trey Lyles.
Rudy Gay.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge's. Great, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point. When it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
Now the dish to DeRozan. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
The Spurs have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Hart's checked in. Free throw is off from DeRozan.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
That's his second.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Spurs.
Well, Drew Holiday and his brother Justin had some hard-fought games in the driveway. I know a little bit about that. We never ever finished those games, Kevin. Too much fighting going on. And by the end of it, both Drew and Justin Holiday find themselves in the NBA.
And the Spurs making a change here. White's checked in.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And Brent, that fierce, competitive nature for Drew Holiday, still there to this day.
Yeah, so much talk from his coach, Alvin Gentry, about Drew working himself constantly to exhaustion, just continuing to push the limits. And he'll sit at his locker, he'll take a long shower. He doesn't want to move till his body recovers. He knows how important this game is to him and how important now he is to the Pelican franchise moving forward.
Murray against Ball to the paint. Can't hit that one. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. He feeds it to Favors. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. And that's now 9 points for Derek Favors. Spurs have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Outside DeRozan. Just 5 to shoot. Got a hand on it.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
Hart the pass to Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Murray kicks to White. Passes to Gay. Here's DeRozan. Spurs passing it around. Here's Aldridge, and the layup's good off the glass. Aldridge has got 4 points this quarter.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Here's Hart. Pass the ball. Here's Williamson, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And here is Murray. He has 5. Here's DeRozan. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Favors got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Ball, the pass to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
Here's White. The three-pointer, no good.
He's got to know not to take that shot when he's so closely defended.
Outside Holiday. Here's the teardrop. Outside DeRozan. And they double up DeRozan. Here's White. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Aldridge. White against Holiday. Goes back up. And there's the nice layup by White. White's got his second bucket of the night. New Orleans gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Murray against Ball. Offensive rebound. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
For New Orleans, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. And some changes here for the Spurs. Pirtle, he's checked in for Aldridge. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan.
What's up?
And Walker subbed in for Murray. And New Orleans also making a change. J.J. Redick's checked in for Ball. That free throw good from Williamson. Now here's White. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And the wide open shot from Bellinelli. Second chance shot. Walker's shot is off. The Pelicans have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. Here's Favors. Rebounded by the Spurs. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Gay. And it's blocked.
And when Zion blocks it, you feel it. He's got this kind of power behind these swats.
And that one, good. And that's now 11 points for Derek Favors.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
I just don't see how you climb back into the game when you're allowing plays like that to happen. Extra work on the offensive glass.
And now here are the 2K leaderboard. Since the All-Star break, these teams are leading the NBA in second chance points. The Pelicans 4th.
Not many will go after it on the offensive boards the way they do. I mean, and particularly since the break, they have really made teams pay on the inside.
The first one falls.
Capable of playing either forward, the versatility that Gay has, important in today's league for him to stay around.
San Antonio making a switch here. Mills is checked in. And so Gay nails both of them. The Pelicans have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Here's Hart. Outside Holiday. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Smart for Holiday to get that shot off even after the hack from the defense.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
I don't know if Drew Holiday's an underrated player, but he certainly is underappreciated with the way he can go at you as a two-way guy. He can score, and he can also guard positions 1 through 4.
Hayes, he's checked in for Williamson. So he gets them both. Now Mills provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Gay with it. Over Hayes. Gay can't hit. Pirtle with the steal. Comes up empty down low.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Kicks it to Mills. Right side to Walker from deep. Good on the triple. Walker's got 9.
He's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Out to the right wing. Here's Hayes. Nice shot from the wing.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding of how to get the ball to an open teammate.
And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the Spurs. And Bellinelli kicks to Mills. Gay outside. Shot clock at 6. Pirtle trying to get open. Pelicans pull it in.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Holiday and misses it off the right side of the rim. San Antonio's gone 2 of 5 with a 3-point shot since coming out of the break. And here's Mills. It's good. Mills has got his 3rd basket of the night. New Orleans has gone 6 of 10 from 3-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Redick passes to Hart. Now here's Redick. He's got 6. Drills the 3-pointer. 9 points in the game so far.
I love how Redick gets it going from distance. Really a tremendous 3-point shooter.
And perimeter shooting never more valuable. And that's been J.J. Redick's M.O. all along. An elite marksman who can hit from anywhere.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Bellinelli. And another basket for San Antonio. New Orleans has gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the 3-pointer to their advantage. And in today's game, if you don't have floor spacing, your offense is going to struggle.
They call it gravity, the ability of outside shooters to attract defensive attention. Redick, one of those you don't leave for a moment.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Trey Lyles checked in for San Antonio. Bryn Forbes comes in for Lonnie Walker. Okafor is checked in for New Orleans. Brandon Ingram comes in for Josh Hart. Good on the second free throw. San Antonio with the ball. And Mills kicks to Bellinelli. Lyles passes to Mills. 1:21 left to play in the third. Back to Lyles. The three ball. Okafor grabs the miss. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Redick finds Holiday. San Antonio with the rebound. Lyles got 4 rebounds in this game. Baseline J on the way. The shot off that time. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Here's Holiday. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Holiday's got 18 points.
Well, you're kind of asking for it. Drew Holiday gets in that close. He's probably scoring.
Pass to Pirtle. Spurs passing it around. Now here's Mills, guarded by Holiday. And there's the pass to Lyles. Over Hayes. It's deflected, and they get it back. Here's Pirtle, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And if you're going to foul Pirtle, you have to make sure you really whack him. He's remarkable about finishing through the contact.
The Spurs have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. And that one misses. New Orleans gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Jackson, that's good.
And Ingram isn't just a sensational scorer. He can also dish the rock.
Here's Mills, right at the free throw line. The shot comes out.
Well, that mid-range J usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. New Orleans on top, opening up a huge gap. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Has found an identity that's working, and that makes everything a lot easier on both ends.
And collectively, you really need to remember what that feels like so you can recapture it if and when things start to get a little shaky. You want to be able to trust in who you are.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Bellinelli is out there with Medu, and it's Mills. Then there's Jakob Pirtle, and it's Johnson in at the shooting guard position. That's the San Antonio 5. To the middle, here's Jackson. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Jackson's got 25 points in the game. Now Mills. Passes it to Medu. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki spent his whole career with the Dallas Mavericks. We don't see that much anymore, from the beginning to the end with one team.
No, but I think we're going to still occasionally have anomalies like we did with Reggie being in Indiana for the years of his playing career. Nate McMillan was in Seattle for his playing career, now coach of the Indiana Pacers. So there will be times where we'll have that once or twice. It's not going to happen very much, Kevin.
Not in today's
Not in
NBA.
today's game, and
Today's
not
sports.
with what's at stake.
And the first one drops. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Pelicans. Okafor against Pirtle. Top of the key, Moore. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Well, each one more doesn't get a lot of open touches, but when he does, he's got to be prepared to shoot. So let's that one go quickly.
Okafor with the steal. Mills with the steal. It's deflected. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Jackson dishes to Moore. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, there are these nights where E'Twaun Moore will step up as a solid scorer, and he does not let the contact bother him.
55th pick back in 2011. By any measure, E'Twaun Moore has exceeded expectations.
Most of that has come, Kevin, because he's become a much more consistent player from the perimeter. Everybody looking for those wing players that can both provide offensive spark and shooting, along with guarding at least one position, if not two. And E'Twaun Moore is a switchable defensive player and has found a home here with the Pelicans.
That's good from Moore. And not just a long-range gunner, but E'Twaun Moore also blessed Greg, one of the NBA's best floaters.
I mean, he takes a lot of those mid-range shots, those floaters in the lane, and makes them more often than not. For a player standing 6'4", the ability to finish inside, providing that counterbalance to his three-point shooting.
Pocket 4. Here's Aldridge. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Outside Jackson. Brent, you know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional career. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Looking to end his cold spell. They get it back. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, pick a tool out of the toolbox. The sheer number of Aldridge's move inside make him so hard not to foul.
2 shots.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Interesting to see how LaMarcus Aldridge has embraced more and more of a leadership role with this team. He knows he has what it takes to guide this team to higher heights.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. You know, Brent, something other major sports do, receding during the playoffs. So the highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
Excellent D there from Okafor.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Down low, and Aldridge slams it in.
And not much that gets sped up in LaMarcus Aldridge's game. Right there, you could see the force that he has.
Moore passes to Hayes. To the inside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Derek Favors checked in for New Orleans. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Now here's Mills. Defense is right there. And Okafor with the block. Over to the wing. Here's Alexander Walker. Second shot opportunity and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his first personal foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls, and the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract, and that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, could I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills, now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0", and that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
Free throw good, Mills.
Really a great free throw shooter. It's unfortunate Mills gets to the line infrequently, partly because of the minutes.
Bellinelli against Moore. Over Bellinelli. No good from Moore. And it's Mills with the ball for San Antonio. Bellinelli passes to Medu. Johnson against Moore. Feeds to Aldridge. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Alexander Walker. Bellinelli is covering. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. Right. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe. And how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle, you're going to react to it like, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I try to avoid that, Kevin. Quite
did
frankly.
you? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
Jackson misses. The Spurs have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Shoots from 12. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Alexander Walker, and he uses the glass on the layup.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Walker finds Aldridge. Johnson with it, covered by Okafor. Johnson, the pass to Medu. Johnson outside. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Aldridge. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Okafor's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Jackson looking it over. Teardrop shot. A second chance effort. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Mind the lane. One shot.
One misses for Okafor. Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need to be complete as people.
Left side, Walker. To end the drought. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Here's Alexander Walker. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Saturday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And looking at the Grizzlies matchup, it's going to be a battle for this group. You get the feeling they'll need to be at their sharpest if they want to come away with a victory.
And he makes the first. If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow. First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going, and you get to go to any game you want to.
Yes.
So sign me up
with
for that job.
With courtside seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be two pretty prominent things that continually come up.
Yeah, and as far as the question, I guess my head was going to things that are on the floor.
I was thinking that too, but I couldn't think of anything that really...
On the floor, it's tough to figure out something that could be adjusted, and I know Adam Silver and David Stern before him, all of their concern mostly is about the optics of the game.
Yes.
And right now, it's in a pretty good spot.
It's very pleasing to watch, there's no doubt. Jackson passes to Okafor. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Something Commissioner Silver has mentioned, Brent, the possibility of a mid-season tournament. You ever see that happening?
It'd be interesting to see if that idea grows some legs here, Kevin, and adopting what it is that in soccer leagues in Europe have done for many years, because teams hone in on what those individual cups mean and the competition raises, and you earn something for the end of the year. If Commissioner Silver can find a way to get that done, it becomes very intriguing instead of an all-star weekend to have teams gather for a mid-season tournament with something on the line. Elevated competition.
Well, kids play that at high school. They play that in the college level. It would make sense that it could fit in the NBA as well.
It'd be interesting, and especially halfway through the year, to reinvigorate your fan base with something like that, I think would be great.
Good point. Okafor kicks to Moore. Outside Jackson for 3. The rebound by Johnson. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Basket good.
Johnson.
1:39 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Johnson against Moore. Pass to Melly. Pass to Okafor. Fades away. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Okafor's got 10 points now, just in this quarter. And it's Mills with the ball for the Spurs.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pelicans.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Zion Williamson.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and the wrecking ball on both ends.
Here's Johnson. Good on the bucket.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Belly powered down after the assist, led him into the lane.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, it looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Walker, and Okafor with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Okafor.
Marco Bellinelli.
Stolen by Jackson. Okafor with the ball. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalil, we all know you can score. The defensive end has been the challenge. How did you take that step forward tonight?
My teammates challenged me, the coaches challenged me to get better every night just so I can score, but they want to see improvements on the defensive end.
And you took that step forward tonight, Jalil. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.